In the introduction, Widow Douglas and Miss Watson, Huckleberry Finn's aunts, raise and try to civilize Huck, who respects them but rejects their teachings. Through his rendezvous with his friend Tom Sawyer, we learn that Huck thirsts for real independence and adventure, not just childish games full of flash and imagination. During the rising action, Huck's father Pap shows up to steal his son's money, using it to drink excessively. He abuses his son and eventually kidnaps him, locking him in an isolated cabin. Huck fakes his own death, escapes to Jackson's Island, and finds Jim, a runaway slave that belonged to his aunt. Jim and Huck raft down the Mississippi River, encountering things like a dead body, a feuding southern family, and finally, some con men posing as a duke and king. The Duke and King invade the raft and enlist Huck and Jim in their scams, which include outrageous performances in one small town and posing as a deceased man's English brothers in another. When things go badly, the Duke and King end up selling Jim. Huck decides to break his friend free, realizing that slavery is truly wrong. He heads to the home of the man who captured Jim, and it turns out he's family to Huck's close friend, Tom Sawyer. In the climax, after many wacky escapades that involve putting snakes and spiders in his cell, putting a rope ladder in a pie, and having Jim scrawl secret messages on his dishware, Huck and Tom, staying all the while with Tom's Aunt Sally and Uncle Silas, help Jim escape. During the falling action, Tom is wounded. Jim is recaptured after trying to help Tom, and he gets chained up. However, during the resolution, not only is Jim set free, but readers learn he's been free for a long time. Tom knew this, but he wanted to have a silly adventure anyway. Huck decides to avoid a life of civilizing with Aunt Sally and decides to leave for the territories out west.